So Billy, a 2-1 win today against Barton Town Old Boys. Job done in the first half, only just. What was your assessment of the match today?
I think we should reflect on the week really first. I mean, we've had a difficult week, haven't we? We travelled to Rainworth last week, probably one of the longest trips in the division, and then we had to travel midweek to Staveley again, other side of sort of Sheffield area, and then today, and I think, you know, fair play to Dave and his boys, you know, first half had a couple of mistakes early on, but they didn't lead to anything. But we had some really good chances first half, and Josh Greening, to be fair to the kid, could have had that trick in the first half, and John O's had a great chance as well. But that's football. That's how it works. That's what it's about. Everyone comes here. We know it's going to be hard week in, week out, but the reason we're still in amongst it and we're still, you know, in sort of the top 3 or 4 teams in the league is because we have to do that every single week. You know, and that's what it comes to. You've got to raise your game. You know, a couple of decisions in the game that were probably a little bit harsh, but at the end of the day, it's a big 3 points for us against a really good and strong Barton side.
Yeah, you mentioned Josh Green earlier. We did take the lead after a slightly nervy start in the 23rd minute. 17th goal of the season. Like you said, he could have had more today, but he did look hungry today, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean, Josh, Jimmy and Baker are our leading scorers at the moment, although we've got goals across the team. So, you know, we rested Baker today. I think that was important. It's all about risk reward in it, and we've got some good lads who we can bring into the team. It's great to see Clayton come back on. Great to see Josh Barrett, Carl and Nick get a bit of time at the end of the game, because they're important. You know, really, really important part
squad
of the
game,
team.
isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, without a doubt. And but you've got to give credit where it's due, and Josh has popped up at the right place at the right time and got his goal. He's hit the bar. He's had another really, really good chance when his turn was sublime. It was absolutely first class. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant from the kid.
You were waiting for the net to bulge, weren't you, really?
Yeah, I think so, and he was disappointed, but you know, it's a good performance from Josh, and if you weigh it up across the 3 games from Josh, Jimmy, your Bakers, and the rest of the lads, and Jono in that 4 today that we rely on so much, and then the 6 behind the ball who provide the platform. And when you think, you know, I know we've conceded today, but we're scoring about, I think statistically 3.7 goals per game, and we're only conceding about 1.4, which is again one of the lowest in the league. So gives us a great chance. We
then started to play much more fluid football. Like I said, both Greens missed good chances, but we did double our lead. 15 minutes later, Greg Anderson get on the score sheet with a nice little header. Yeah,
well, I've had a look at it. It was absolutely brilliant. Jimmy said he watched the flight of the ball, he watched it coming in, and he thought, I'm putting this in.
Yeah.
He said, and the next thing he said, from behind me, Greg, his leap was absolutely brilliant, and the direction he got on the ball.
Yeah, no one was stopping him.
No, not a chance. He's colossal in the air. He's great for us. You know, you think since he's come into the side, Handsworth away earlier on in the season, we've only been beat once in the league, and I think that speaks volumes of him as a player. He's a winner. He organises well, he understands the game. If you look at the shape of our back 4, like Heafy, he gets them tucked right in, he gets them really tight and compact, and he makes it difficult for teams, you know. So I'm glad he got on the score sheet, because that's 2 for him as well. And if the centre halves, you know, between them are getting 10 to 15 goals, we've got a great chance.
Moving to the second half, we didn't really get going in terms of the forward play, but we conceded, but we did held on to the win, didn't we, in the end?
Yeah, no, and to be fair, they got a decent goal as well. It was a good goal, but I chatted to Greg, and I don't know if the scorer it's called Gary, but he heard a call of Gary's ball and thought it was Gary, the keeper, coming for it. Right. So I was let it travel over his head. But you take nothing away from him from that moment on. You know, if anyone were going to score, it looked like they were. We might have scored on the counter attack, but they put us under a lot of pressure, Barton, and I think you've got to give them credit for that. That they never laid down, and you know, at 2-0 down, it'd have been easy just to switch off, but they didn't. You know, it's a big game for us. It's a local game. They're only down the road, so I think the 3 points are really important to us.
Yeah, like you said, forget the performance for a minute. The most important thing was that the 3 points, and we're still 2 points clear at the top of the league.
Well, it's been a long week. We've played 3 times in 8 days, and 2 of them have been away from home. You know, we've got a full week off now. No midweek game. We'll train on Wednesday as normal, like we normally do. The lads will put a shift in, but it's a little bit easier than having to play and travel and play and travel and then play again. So look forward to our next game now. Pickering away, big local derby.
What are you expecting from Pickering?
probably a lot harder game than we got when they came here. You know, Marshy's got them playing really well at the moment. That they're in form, they're picking up points, they're making their way up the league, and you know, but for a better start at the start of the season, they could well have been in and amongst it. So I think it'd be a really, really difficult game. But again, it's just another game in a 42-game season. We shouldn't get carried away with it. We've had a look at where we are and where we want to be. You know, our win rate is above 70% this season. 21 wins now this season, and if you look at sort of over the past few years, 27, 28, 29 wins has normally won people the league. So we're ticking the games off. The 80-point barrier is still important to us, and we've got to get there, and we've got a squad capable of doing that.
Brilliant stuff. See you next Saturday, Billy.
Thanks.